apparently, so you know how like there has been like fluctuations of like disrespectful streamers in Japan. Apparently, we have another one. They just keep coming out of the woodworks. Apparently, right? At least from the title from Atozi, saying that he is being hunted down in Japan. So, which day is it? Days from Mexican videos? It's when I feel like it. To be honest, whenever I'm feeling, whatever is coming up on the news. So, do not pester me on that, because I will. I don't like people pestering me on that. We watch them when we watch it. Okay. Like I said, I have a balance of Hispanics and English audiences, so I got to keep a balance between both of them at least.
This kick streamer was being hunted down by Japanese locals after he live streamed himself illegally trespassing on private property in Japan. And then, instead of, realizing his mistake and, I don't know, maybe apologizing or at least trying to turn over a new leaf, maybe just pivot the streams a little bit, at least for while you're in Japan. No, he decided to double down and dared anyone who wanted to cause a problem to pull up. Do we never learn in this space? Like, this is crazy.
But if you want to cause a problem, then come pull up.
Or, well, it seems like he kind of did, because now it seems like he's trying to lay low and trying to get himself home instead of, I guess, continuing his streaming trip, which is probably the smart move because he doesn't want to end up like Johnny Smalley did in Japan, being stuck in jail for 3 months. And right now, there are a lot of people tweeting about his behavior there, so I can only assume he is a little bit worried about...
Wait, let me see. This guy, F this guy, Japan, be on the lookout for this piece of butt named Shuvi, aka Sean Sharkey. This a-hole is already blasting out racist TTS, loud music just to disrupt the business, and pretending to be ignorant. Japan, do something this time.
Worried about being arrested if he's still in Japan. But regardless, I don't know why, but every obnoxious streamer and their mom is showing up to Japan for some reason. And obviously, if you've been around here on this channel for a while, we've covered that quite extensively, ranging from Johnny Smalley and his IRL antics in Japan, and then, more recently, South Korea. And in South Korea, he's currently locked up because he realized, oh no, my actions actually have consequences. Who would have thought? But it doesn't look like anyone is looking at the Johnny Smalley stuff and going, huh, maybe I should pivot and learn a thing or two from that. No, they're just still acting out, which is just interesting to me because I would love to live my life without being arrested, especially not in a foreign country. But I guess not everyone's the same. And in the last couple of months, numerous IRL streamers have been catching heat for, filming in public and being genuinely disruptive and disrespectful. And the subject of today's video, Shuvi, is no different. We've covered him here on this channel a couple times before for similar incidents. Trespassing into a police training facility. What? Top 10 worst places to trespass in ever. I don't know why he did that, but of course that wasn't enough. Then he had to trespass into some apartment complex after that city was in a complete shutdown because of a hurricane. And surprise, surprise, he was arrested both times. Here's the one that happened.
Wait, are you telling me this is the guy who was like what, many years ago, where he decided to stay at a room or so when a hurricane was passing by or something? Is this the same guy?
Fairfax County, Virginia.
Maybe they didn't find us, right?
I have something right here. Here you go. Looks like a couple people. Yeah. Stand up! Come out of the woods with your hands up! All right, Fairfax, one of the subjects are coming out with their hands up.
I'm sorry.
Great job, everybody.
Dude, again, why would, out of all the things to trespass into, why are you trespassing into a police training facility? That's pretty much a guaranteed way to get 5 stars of heat on you. But then, of course, there's body cam footage of his arrest in Florida as well. And, obviously he live streamed everything, so he didn't really make it hard for them to find him.
Right here. All right, man. What's your first name? Sean. Sean? Yeah. How do you spell that?
I still don't know what his plan was with this here. Like, I guess he was going to survive the hurricane, hence why he was dragging around a generator. Firing up a gas-powered generator inside of an apartment sounds like an awful idea. What do I know, though? It's like, hey, okay, maybe the hurricane wouldn't get you, but carbon monoxide poisoning absolutely would. And for a moment, it seemed like he kind of learned his lesson. He pivoted his content. He bought a boat and he started sailing the seas and live streaming himself sailing And you know what? On a sailboat in the open seas, you can't harass people for content. So things were looking a little promising. But at some point, ages ago, he stopped the sailing streams, probably because they just weren't as interesting, because he couldn't bother people on a stream or trespass
because he's not as entertaining as people, expect it to be. I'm just saying. I have to go to sleep. Money doesn't grow on trees. I have to earn it. I'll buy you the ring. All right, whatever you say, Dumai. Cuídate. Entonces, gracias por venir. Tenga una buena noches, okay?
It seems like Shuvi has a little bit of a thing for essentially breaking and entering into places he clearly shouldn't be in. And he himself has even admitted that the more obviously things are off limits, the more, I guess, it calls to him to put on his Green Goblin mask.
We should go down there for sure. Wherever there's a do not enter, that's always where you gotta enter.
So, hey, I don't know. Maybe when he saw everyone else going viral for being obnoxious and annoying in Japan, he thought, that looks bad. Let me do it as well. And I mean, hey, if you really don't care enough, you can get some headlines. Just ask Johnny or Chud the Builder. But they're also both behind bars. But unfortunately for Shuvi, though, he might have underestimated just how much Japan hates IRL streamers now because of people like Johnny. And speaking of Johnny, we've seen this with Johnny, because eventually people start hunting him down. And that's what happened to Shuvi as well. Because with Johnny, it happened in Japan, it happened in Korea, and things got really bad in Korea. I mean, people were just sending videos of him all over the place, to the point where, like, I was getting like DM requests on Instagram of people, I guess, like just filming Johnny on the street. And I'm sitting here like, I don't need to know where Johnny is. As long as Johnny's not harassing anyone or breaking the law for content, I don't care where he is. But regardless, just days ago, I posted a video about a streamer by the name of Oblivion and his behavior in Japan. And this is pretty much a similar story with Shuvi, because as soon as he went live in Japan on his first day, he was acting very insufferably, like shoving a translator in people's faces and doing, you know, the whole funny bit of knowingly speaking a completely wrong language.
Excuse me, can I skip out? Okay, that's fine. Hola, senor. Mi americano. Okay. No.
Ah, Jesus Christ, are you serious? You're just harassing a dude who's just literally working at the Konbini store, bro. Like, are we really that fucking shitty people, to be honest?
Yes, again.
And of course, he was targeting people who are at their jobs and can't just, you know, leave the interaction or choose to stop being filmed. So, I mean, this whole bit is just pathetic. Like, using broken Spanish and filming strangers, which is very frowned upon in Japan. And this is the exact behavior that'll get you blasted all over Japan Twitter. But this wasn't even the worst of it, because the next day, Shuvi streamed himself exploring the city and actually potentially trespassing by crawling through one of the narrow gaps between buildings. Now, whether he knew these alleyways are often technically considered private property, I'm not sure. There's a good chance that he was fully unaware that he would, you know, potentially be committing a crime and just thought it would be crazy content for his viewers. That being said, though, you kind of have to know it's not meant to be used as a tunnel from one street to another. Like, I can imagine encouraging people to do this stuff could potentially result in someone getting hurt or arrested themselves. But people, I guess, quickly began circulating these clips online, expressing their, you know, exhaustion with streamers and their behavior in Japan. You would really think that people would learn from, I don't know, Logan Paul from all of his antics back in, like...
If you ever go to Japan, you might have to consider not to vlog because people might give you the stink face. I know, that's a problem or so, but like the problem is like, I'm not gonna be like this in general. That's the issue. It's like, I'm like, it just kind of sucks though, because like it's gonna be like such a stigmatization towards, but the problem is like, that's why I don't want a like one of those cameras that are like that the streamers have, the ones on the stick or whatever, like the ones that they have, specifically are like very specific towards, like, you know, they have that specific to be like, oh, that person is a streamer. While specifically for me, like the camera that I'm trying to get or so is more towards, it looks professional, but you know, but it's it technically is if you do professional with it, but it kind of basically is not. So like maybe they might take me as like someone who's like who's a photographer, you know, because it's a camera slash video vlogging. So, you know, and it comes with like these like quote unquote, well, I think they are professional lenses. Well, quotation marks professional anyways. They're like lenses, okay? They're like kind of like pretty high tier lenses. So I'm like, maybe I might get away with it. But I'm like, cause like mine looks like a person who's actually being a photographer, not really a person who is like, you know, who is being a nuisance at the end of the day.
What was that, end of 2017 going into 2018? It's really been that long. It just seems like locals are sick of streamers and content creators who harass people and make these disruptive spectacles in public for their own content. There's absolutely a way to travel to Japan and make content and be respectful, but for some reason, I guess
maybe they should like give a license or something to do vlogging or something like that, you know? Like maybe you have to pay or something like that, and if they find you causing like a nuisance and everything like that, they can like kick you out of the country, you know? Or like or something. They can probably do something, you know?
it's just too hard for a lot of these people we cover to do. And obviously a lot of the tweets are relating him to either Johnny or Ice Poseidon. Ice Poseidon he actually does have ties to, and we covered that in one of my last videos on him because, you know, Ice Poseidon was telling him how bad of an idea it was of what he was doing. But I guess unlike many streamers who want any good press, bad or good, Shuvi did go dark on stream for a couple weeks. You know, likely realizing that he could get into even more trouble if he kept streaming publicly, which is also understandable because I don't think Shuvi wants to deal with being hunted down in public. Or while there's so many more eyeballs on him now, do something stupid that ends up getting him arrested. So I thought he was just kind of like gonna pivot, sweep that under the rug. But then he came back with a stream titled, Japan, I come in peace, but then proceeded to tell people to pull up on him. So I don't know what he's thinking here.
Japan Twitter is pissed. Japan Twitter, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you can suck my. I'm not here to cause harm, but you can suck my. I'm not.
Oh, good lord, dude. We're just antagonizing Japan's side of Twitter. JP got to contact the Twitch, Kick, etc. If they want to operate in JP, they got to ban these people. The best route is to hurt them directly, which is the money. Yeah, I think that could probably be the best way, in my personal opinion. As I said, tourist zone or tourist guide. I don't want that personally. I want to be able to explore the city on my own free will without having a person near me or so guiding me around the area, or just only being in a specific zone, you know? Being babysat. This is really bad. Honestly, I'm really hoping that like at least like some of the Japanese people are be like, I get it, you know, we get it. You're not the bad one, you know. There are a lot of bad ones out there. Don't worry, trust me. You're not gonna have a bad time in Japan if you ever come here. You know? I'm hoping it's not like that, but we'll see, to be honest. I feel like the odds are gonna be so pretty bad. I can already tell immediately it's gonna be pretty bad.
Scared of you, Japan. I come in peace, but if you want to cause a problem, then come pull up.
Yeah, that doesn't scream, I regret my behavior whatsoever. But of course, these clips started circulating online quickly with similar call out captions from people who are fed up with this kind of behavior. And I guess since that stream where he tried to pretend that he wasn't worried about his behavior, in fact, just doubled down, he hasn't returned. He's just kind of vanished right now. And his viewers have been giving updates saying, he's not streaming, not because he's scared of the Japanese public, but because of a falling out with his girlfriend. No clue if that's true or not.
Girlfriend? He had a girlfriend with him in Japan? What? Hold up a second. Can I see? For Discord update for y'all, Shuvi and Molly broke up again, and so he changed his flight to a later date with the intent of finally streaming some Japan tent?
Update saying he's not streaming.
However, like always, Shubi went groveling back to her, so he's waiting for the next flight to chase after her back in America.
not because he's scared of the Japanese public, but because of a falling out with...
Wouldn't expect any more streams from Mr. Shuvi for a while unless he gets permission to film behind the scenes at Ice Poseidon's Big Brother event or something.
His girlfriend?
Right.
No clue if that's true or not. That could definitely be a convenient explanation for why he needs to hop on the first flight home. Whoops, started arguing with my girlfriend. Gotta take the first flight home now. Not because I'm worried about being hunted down by the Japanese citizens. But hey, who knows? He is apparently MIA, and people did say that he broke the law by trespassing. So, that's interesting. I don't think he's going to be arrested for it, honestly, though. But one thing is for sure, Japan is definitely sick of IRL streamers. And if people aren't careful, they're going to end up ruining their lives for 15 minutes of fame. And it's just not worth it whatsoever. But that was a quick
not just that in general, too. It's going to ruin for a lot of other people in general, you know, who actually do want to do, like, actual beautiful content or so to show the beauty of Japan itself and, like, the food and everything like that and the scenery. I don't think, I don't know, dude. This is it's gonna get to a boiling point, to be honest, where they're gonna start putting their fucking fists down on these people once and for all, and then also the people that are just normal people who are not there to cause issues to come into the country, and they're gonna put the same law as the people who are being nuisance to those actual same people in general. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be a problem. I can already tell that, you know, that it's gonna get really pretty fucking bad. So, well, anyways, well, Japan needs to find some kind of way to actually lay the law on these people once and for all. To be honest, they got to get punished. They really do. Like, they actually severely need to get punished and make examples out of these people so they don't do that again in Japan. So then now it can be like, you know, it can be course correcting itself. But Japan is just a little too lenient on it, and I want them to toughen up at least for that part. But oh well, it is what it is. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And hopefully nothing crazy happens from this, to be honest. Or, you know, or when it gets to a boiling point that, like, you know, because Japan does like to take drastic measures. You know, in my personal opinion, they sometimes do, sometimes don't. I'm like, as in like drastic measures, and like they like to like kind of like bundle everyone up in the same group category. But I get it. I understand, you know. A couple eggs are gonna ruin it for the entire basket. So, oh well. I'm like, you can't do nothing about it anyways. But anyways, that's the end of the video. And hopefully, you know, if I get the opportunity or so whenever I go, hopefully I don't have really a bad experience. We'll see. We'll see. Cause like I'm not gonna have one of those like stupid little gimbal cameras that those people use or so for live streaming and everything, or like just the IRL vlogging shit. Mine is specifically, well, the one that I'm going after is like, it's professional, but it's not, and well, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, that's the end of the video, and peace.